I'm not dead. That sounds like something interesting. Mountains is the county's most famous town.
I love the mountains and the cool air and the people, both the natives and the new people.
Judy Botham was born and raised in Joseph.
From the time that I grew up here until now, the change is so different, but the world market is different.
Joseph is the tourist attraction of Wallowa County, the town and the lake nearby. It wasn't much of a town until the bronze foundries came in. Now it's quite commercial, attracting artists from all over the world. Some locals think Joseph is just too much.
They think we're quite commercial, and there is some of that, but then there's also being able to make a living in a beautiful place that you want to live.
Joseph attracts newcomers like Nancy Holan.
Well, I work 2 jobs. I get paid for 1. It's a very prominent thing around here.
In Wallowa County, you work to pay for your habit, which is living beneath those great mountains.
For me, I wouldn't go somewhere that didn't have mountains.
Nancy works part-time waiting tables. The rest of the time, she and her partners roast coffee under the name Motley Brew.
Our most popular one is called Grizzly Whip, and we've had some fun with that.
Not bad for a former cop. Setting up shop in Joseph comes with its difficulties. Remember, around here, until you've got generations to back you, you are not a local.
It's hard to get people to use your stuff. You know, you're a new company, they don't know you or anything about you, and of course we weren't from here either, so we weren't locals.
The grocery store sells the Motley Brew coffee, and so do some of the bed and breakfasts. In the meantime, the crew will just keep grinding away at the brew.
We're ready, set, go.
Back downtown, Judy Botham says people in Wallowa County are just afraid of change. She's had to change. Her husband, J. Shirley Botham, was a bronze sculptor. His work is all over the world. One sculpture sits just a block or 2 from where she works. But a few years ago, Shirley died. His chair sits at the cemetery, looking at the view he loves so much, those mountains. Judy couldn't refuse change. Death will do that to you. Trade-offs, the big picture. She says people would do better to take the focus of the future off of themselves and onto the greater good.
It's going to happen. And that's just progress, but there can be progress with favor and class.
Joseph, Oregon, the place of winding rivers. Down the road a bit, around a bend or 2, deep below the canyon wall, is our final stop. The pavement ends here.
Okay, this morning we're in Imnaha. Now that's 3 syllables, Imnaha. You have to say it that way or people in town will laugh at you. Right behind me, that's the tavern and the store. And everybody tells me if you want to know what's going on in this town, you got to go to the unofficial town council. It's a bunch of old guys who meet here every morning and have coffee. So we're going to go in and see if they'll talk to us this morning.
She brings the whole Gunnison full of stuff down about her trying to come.
No, I have contest.
Her mouth gets her in trouble.
Bill, Hank, Doc, Alizar, Rich, Weldon, Bob, and Roland. This is the think tank of Imnaha.
This store, see, this is a lot older than I am. And this store was originated, back in late 1800s, see.
Heather Tansey's folks own the tavern.
This is it. There's nothing else, really. This is mostly what people come to see.
Yep, this is what you call tourism in Imnaha.
On my carpal tunnel if it gets to bother me.
The board of directors, or whatever they are, talk politics, road closures, and who done what. They don't solve the world's problems, but they talk about them.
They're all so friendly and they just, everybody knows everybody. And they're just really nice, and it's nice to have people who care. Bye, guys.
Weldon Witherite is 79.
I came back because I grew up here and I like it down here.
He still picks up odd jobs. Everybody in Imnaha does. It's just what you do.
No hustle bustle. That's the thing I like about it. And it's just a good place to live, I think. Good place to live, they pack you off.
When I'm coming down this canyon here, I mean, it's like, I get about halfway down, it's like going into a different world. I mean, to me, this is Shangri-La.
Alizar Holiday is 69. He belongs in Eugene, trust me. He's at home in Imnaha.
Here, it's pretty much the old pioneering spirit, you know. Everybody's welcome to their opinion. I might not agree with it, but you're welcome to your opinion, you know.
Alizar makes electric, cuts wood, mows the lawn, you know, stuff like that.
They primarily want, you know, let us do our thing down here, leave me alone.
There is a school, K through 8, 9 kids. Everybody over here could use more kids in the school. When the pavement ends, 24 miles of gravel road begin. This is the way you go to the Hat Point. They say it's narrow and steep. What a ride. What a view. Unbelievable, nerve-wracking, amazing. Well, we made it. That was an hour and 15 minutes, and we're at the top of the mountain. Hat Point, I'm going to show it to you, is right behind me, right there. There's a lookout tower, and now we're going to go up there and look out into Hell's Canyon for the very first time. Wallowa County is indeed a hidden jewel in Oregon's already spectacular array of scenery. We've never seen anything like it. But like most places you visit in Oregon, it's the people who really make these remote corners of Oregon what they are. The way it used to be, the way it should be. Every place we visited in Wallowa County said, come and visit. We want you to visit, but we don't want you to stay. So that's it for this special, and we're going to go. But we will be back. Oh, I forgot something. You guys are coming with me. Turn it more this way. Is it still straight? Is it running? Hi, I'm Rick Dancer. We're taking you to Wallowa County. It's the northeastern. Let me show it to you here on a map. Oh, except we got a car. We're about to take you on a little, oh, I'm moving out of the camera. We're going to We're about to take, because I forget. If I keep talking, I forget. We're staying here for 6 days, and then we'll boil that down into 30 minutes for you to see what it was like. And that truck just screwed up our whole thing. I'm Rick Dancer on What's Happening Downtown. We're at Hi-Fi Music Hall right across from the Hilton Hotel on Willamette and 7th. And we're here with the owner, Mike Hergenrader. That's right. And we're going to talk about what you're doing here, because I love the fact that something is working here. I mean, for so many years, this has been a lot of different things. You found the thing that is really working in downtown. Tell people what you're doing down here.
It seems to be the buzz around town right now.
You really are, yeah.
And you know, the thing that I really appreciate about the community is them coming out, supporting it for one, 2, talking a lot about it, and 3, I think just being a part of the excitement and the buzz of it. You know, I feel like for a long time, me working in the music business, there's been a lot of interest in the community with having a professionally production stage at a mid-sized venue level.
Right.
And there's been a lot of people that have been asking me about when are we going to be able to do something like this, and I was able to finally get to a place in my life personally to be able to answer those questions, and I think that that's what we're doing here at Hi-Fi.
It has to be nice on a personal level too, and a professional level, to know that you were right. I mean, you knew this was going to work, you hoped,
yeah,
and then you set up a business plan, and then it actually is bringing people.
Yeah, sure. You know, and it took me and my business partner, Danny Keim, about 3 years to put this inception together, along with my partnership with Gravity Lab. You know, them being able to install a camera system and infrastructure into being able to stream our shows live to the community for free has really allowed the additional buzz, I think, of not only the venue, the mid-size level of it, the production level, but additionally making it accessible to the community that can't afford tickets or are unsure of who the band is. But it also puts us on a national and a global level that Gravity Lab has really been able to help us out with.
And we're going to talk to JD about that,
yeah,
in another episode of what's happening downtown. But tell me, you've got a restaurant side,
yep,
and a bar that's, yep, open 7 days a week, and I think a lot of people may not quite understand that. And then the hall's open just when there's a special event, when you got a band or, yeah, two.
That's true.
So what are you trying to do on that side of the building?
Well, so that side of the building over there is what we call our main hall, and that's for our national touring ticketed shows. And so what I've been able to establish in my 12 years in the music business is relationships, and maintain those relationships to where I'm able to have a great inventory of bands that and managers and booking agents that want to work with me. And so that side over there is for a professionally ran ticketed show, and they mostly are national touring acts. There is some local and regional bands that have a draw that's high enough to be able to charge tickets for over there as well, but that's kind of the main purpose over there.
And quickly, on this side, you're doing karaoke on Sundays.
Yep.
You have some new trash act.
Yep. Yeah. So it's Trailer Trash, and
I love this.
Yeah, and she's a drag queen. It's a variety show. Highly talented, has a lot of fans in town, and just so happened that we were lucky enough to be in a segment of her little career where she was open to not having a show at the time, so we were able to bring her in on a Tuesday night weekly basis. And
so everything on the restaurant side, well, not the food and the drinks, you have to pay for that. But
yeah,
the entertainment is free. You don't,
yep,
have to pay for that.
Yep.
And you know, I think Downtown Eugene is really excited to have something working here. You know, and it's nice to have a, yeah, venue like that where you see, because we all love to drive down and see people moving, you know, yep, and doing things. And you're so close to you are part of downtown.
Yeah.
And
you know, and the other thing too about what makes this side of the restaurant and the bar side very cool is even when we have the shows going on in the main hall, we stream those shows on the projector screen into this restaurant and bar side for free. So it allows people to congregate as groups with people going to the shows. There may be only a couple people that have tickets and have interest in the show, and they can also hang out with the rest of their group in the main in the restaurant side. And the addition of the brand new patio just kind of makes that seamless inside and out feeling of a great hangout space.
All right, Mike, thank you for being with us. Hi-Fi Music Hall, 7th and Willamette. If you don't go there, you're not cool.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hannah, come on. My mom just called.
I'm gonna stay with my friends. My mom's picking me up later.
Fine.
Who's that? Nothing. Is that him? It's nothing.
You know, it's kind of creepy that he's texting you over and over again. He knows it. He knows you're with us. Hannah, I'm really worried about you. I really think we should tell someone. Is it a phone or a leash? Hannah, I'm really worried about you.
Hi, I'm Michael Coombs, and I'm on a new segment on Rick Dancer TV called Millennial Minds. Why am we doing a new show about this? It's because people feel like millennials are not taken seriously, and I'm here to say the same thing. They say we think the world owes us something, but no. I'm about to give us all a voice. We're gonna be heard. What millennials think about marijuana? Millennials think marijuana is no big thing. Yeah, to me, it's like a beer and marijuana. It's on the same level to me. I actually believe marijuana to be even less. Marijuana, you're not, you don't see a lot of DUIs where people are under the influence of marijuana hitting people.
Look me in the eye.
Look me in the eye.
Look me in the eye.
Go back and forth. Yeah. Look me in the eye.
Look on my ass. Look me in the eye.
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 Look me in the eye, because people matter.
Look me in the eye!
This is Ashiatsu. Ashi means foot. Atsu means pressure in, I believe, Japanese. They've been doing different kinds of foot massage for years and years, but Ashiatsu, in the way that I learned it, was developed in the late 90s, I believe, by Ruthie Hardy. And what I do is use my feet, and I use the bars up above the table for my balance. Well, I've been doing massage for almost 16 years, and I've done a lot of deep tissue massage over the years, and with my forearms, I can give about 40 pounds of pressure. This way, I can give up to 140 plus, or plus or minus a few pounds of pressure. And it's a broader pressure, of course, because it's using my whole foot.
I had my first drink when I was 7 years old, and I sporadically used it until I was older and could get a constant supply. I had no future. I mean, all I was laying there is I was drinking until I passed out. I was drinking for oblivion. I didn't want to come to again.
People can walk in when they are ready, and we're here. We're ready to get them plugged into the services that they do need. And it's not just about only substance abuse or mental health or primary care. We have all these services at one place, one location.
I noticed it had elevated quite a bit by the time of the end of the group.
Here at the Rapid Access Center, we have primary medical care, we have behavioral health, mental health services, and we have substance abuse treatment along with case management and peer support. But really what I think that it boils down to for people is it gives them hope. They're given that little glimmer, that little piece that, you know what, maybe there is a different way of life and I can do this too.
I ended up, by the grace of God, going through Willamette Family, through their detox and also their in-house patient. And as a result of a lot of help from the counselors there, the staff there, the nurse practitioner, and a therapist, I now stand here before you sober and happy. I believe I'm becoming the man that I was originally created to be. Hope is the big thing. I know it says health, wellness, and recovery, but if I could rewrite it, it would be hope, health, wellness, and recovery.
What I will tell you, about our food is that we prepare everything from scratch. So we make sure we hire people that have the passion for making food. That's one of the ingredients. The other one, we make sure that our recipes, they use the ingredients that we tell them to use. And before we put it into the market, we make sure we test, try it. What I love about this business is the people. I'm a people person, so I love to interact with people, and I love to make people feel good.
We couldn't do what we do without partnerships with local newspapers and media sources. Springfield Times, Creswell Chronicle, great paper, still have enormous value in their communities. In fact, I get them delivered to my house. You should too. I live in Springfield, I don't live in Creswell, but I want to know what's going on down there as well. And these are still old-fashioned journalism, where they're really covering stories in towns and reports. And I like that. So we support them and they support us. Also, McKinsey River Reflections. They do a lot of good work up the McKinsey. I live up that way, keep you informed on some of the things going on in the community. So check out those different papers. Just because you live in Eugene doesn't mean you can't get a paper from another area. And it really is old-fashioned reporting the way we used to do it.
A really good guy named Darren owns a business in town called hungryducks.com. I love this because you can go to 40 different restaurants, never have to drive your car. Go to hungryducks.com, look at all the menus, order your food. Within 30 minutes, they'll bring it to you. There's even a computer tracking system that you can go on and monitor your food to see how soon it's going to be there. Darren is a good guy, and so go to hungryducks.com, check it out. It's like having a food cart right on your phone. I love this.
As the sun comes up over Junction City, another day at Lockmead Farm means more cows to milk, more crops to grow, and harvest time in the fields. One of Lockmead's greatest assets is the environment, and we take protecting it seriously. We understand how vital reusing, recycling, and repurposing is to the sustainability of our way of life. We wouldn't have it any other way. The energy of the sun is everything to a farmer. At Lockmead Farms, we depend on the sun to energize the crops we grow, but harnessing the sun's power in the field is just the beginning. We know conserving energy is not only good for the environment, it's good for business, and it's the right thing to do. The roof of our production plant is covered in solar panels, as are a dozen of our local Dairy Mart stores. Farmers don't usually talk about conservation or taking care of the land. To us, that's just the way things are done. We don't need to talk about it, we're too busy doing it. At Lockmead Farms, reuse, recycle, and repurpose is just the way we do business.
Have you guys seen the new magazine out on the streets here in Lane County? I love this. It's Lane Monthly. It's in paper boxes and in just places all over where you find other newspapers. What I love about this is it's about the people and the places, events, and different products around the community that make this region such a great place to live. It's why we're all here. It's a lot like what Rick Dancer's trying to do on the TV show. But I love the feel of this, and you look inside, there's gardening articles, different ways to celebrate Earth Day, and this is the last month issue. Just all kinds of a calendar of events. It is such a fun thing, and I love the way when you pick it up, it feels like kind of in between a magazine and a newspaper. You gotta check it out. It's locally produced, locally published, and everything in here is local. Lane Monthly. You do not want to miss it if you want to know what's going on around town.
I'm Nancy Troutman. I'm a nurse here at Sacred Heart Riverbend. I've been with Sacred Heart for 21 years. My position here at Sacred Heart is a RN, and I do work the pre-op. I get people ready for surgery. In January, my life was turned upside down. I got a diagnosis of ovarian cancer. It was the second cancer site in 2 years. I had breast cancer also. That was diagnosed in March of 2010. In the last 6 months, since January 3rd, I've had 3 transfusions. The second transfusion happened in March. I was in bed. I couldn't get out. My family kept bringing me food. I had no desire to eat. I had no desire to do anything. I was just so tired. I got my chemotherapy, but I also got a blood transfusion. The next day, I was up, I was moving, I was playing with the grandkids. I don't know if you've ever played Hungry Hippos with little boys, but it's not quite a full contact sport, but there were marbles flying everywhere and lots of laughter and giggles. I was so happy to be part of it, that I could actually enjoy being and doing with the young men, with my grandsons, instead of laying in bed, hearing everything and being left out of everything. To me, it is an improvement in the quality of my life. I can't tell you how thankful I am to whoever donated those units, because it took me from, it wasn't life-threatening. I wasn't going to die if I didn't have it, but it took me from not being able to do the things I wanted to do to being a more productive, a happier person. I want to be able to participate in life. I don't want to be an outsider. When I was so tired, I couldn't do that, and that hurt my heart. It made me sad when I had to tell her, honey, I can't come to your game. I'm just too tired tonight. There's more reasons to get blood than just an accident. I've met so many people, even at the infusion center getting blood, that it's their main life. They go there every 6 weeks, every 8 weeks, and that's what they do to keep going. it has given my life a positive twist. It's made me want to play Hungry Hippos even though marbles fly everywhere. To be able to go swimming with the boys or go to wildlife safari or something, you know, just to be able to continue to live instead of survive. I do want to survive. I'm not ready yet to just sit in a chair and not do anything. I love my career and I love life in general and I want to be here.
And the blood helps.
Absolutely, it has helped me. I'm hoping not to need any more, but you know, you do what life hands you. So, if I were able to, I would be donating now. I did in my 20s, but I haven't in a long time, and I can't tell you why. Just not something I thought about, but it sure is on my mind now.
But what you guys do here in this building, it's pretty rich.
Oh, it's thrilling, really. I mean, I'm a natural-born reference librarian, so I love to help people find stuff and find stuff for people and connecting people with information that they need or that they're excited about is deeply satisfying to me. And I'm really good at finding stuff and kind of tracking things down as a detective. So working in special collections where we have things that are truly unique. We have the only copy that exists of some of these things. And so it takes it to an even more, a deeper level, a more exciting level, because they have to come, people have to come to our physical space to use the materials. Most of it has not been digitized, so it's not available. They have to come here, they have to handle the physical item, whether it's a tiny little Oregon Trail diary written in pencil by somebody in 1849. We have that. And we had a 7-year-old boy here 2 weeks ago with his mother whose perhaps great-grandfather came across on the Oregon Trail, and he got to look at that diary. And he came with his mom, and then 2 days later, they came back with more family members, and they're all gathered around the table looking at this amazing thing. So it's a time machine for people to be able to look at those things, to handle the things that have been handled by people over the centuries.
Jesse has his own stream.